Another sinking near Scotland. By the strand for all the details.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Let's Play Sherlock Holmes: The Awakened.
Get the strand. Get the true facts.
Last time we returned to London, having dealt with a lot of stuff in New Orleans, and now we need to.
Another sinking near Scotland. By the strand for all the details.
Shush. Well, let's get a newspaper. We need to go and give Barnes the book.
Oh, thank you, sir.
And well, let's have a look at this article. And hopefully you'll shut up.
Get the strand. Get the true facts.
Right. Storm of the Century. The tempest, which many already call the Storm of the Century, has been raging west of Lochaber's coastline over the past fortnight. Officials are alarmed by signs of the storm's intensification. The storm is taking a toll on shipping and seamen's lives, with 34 ships reported lost. Even as this article goes to press, hundreds of lives hang in the balance, with seamen struggling against the elements. Sadly, the Royal Navy Rescue is forbidden to launch any search due to the dangerous conditions. Her Majesty Queen Victoria held an emergency meeting with her ministers about the crisis along our coast, and it was learned that similar phenomena of lower importance are occurring around the world. In other words, a French thief with initials AL is toying with Scotland Yard. Okay, so they're hinting at Nemesis, or Sherlock Holmes versus Arsène Lupin. Although, in the... there was a version in... There was a version of... Yes, with Arsène Lupin. So it looks like we're probably not going to be touching on that. Is this... Well, there's books here. New books in store! Charles Dickens, M. Gogol, and Edgar Allan Poe. The Flower Lady. Oh, the Flower Lady. Are you in here, Flower Lady?
Doctor, nice to see you after all this time. A flower?
No. Okay, well, we'll go and bother Barnes then.
It has been a while, Barnes.
Dr. Watson. Indeed it has, and good to see you as always. How can I help?
Oh, Stevenson's Guiding Light.
Barnes, does Stevenson's guiding light mean anything to you?
Well, my mind first goes to Robert Louis Stevenson, an up-and-coming author. I've been following his work in the periodicals. Interesting man. I take it his literary pursuits are somewhat of a deviation from the family business.
What makes you say that?
He wrote a poem. Let me see if I have it still. Yes. Say not of me that weakly I declined the labours of my sires, and fled the sea, the towers we founded, and the lamps we lit.
Lighthouse.
The labours of his sires. I wonder what they do.
I have a book on great British families. If the Stevensons have achieved anything of note, they will be in there. Please, feel free to take a look. It should be on the shelves to the right.
Much obliged.
Okay, well, can you translate this book? Because that might take some time and we can do other things.
Last time we met, you mentioned your knack for translating occult texts. I was wondering if you could help me with this book.
Certainly, Goodness. Where on earth did you procure this grimoire?
That's a long story. What do you make of it?
It seems to describe pagan rituals, ancient deities. Wow, what a marvel. I can try and translate it for you.
Just the pages bearing that symbol. This section, really.
Entity of ocean or time. Oh my. Oh, already on it, as you can tell.
If you can have it done at your earliest convenience, that would be lovely.
Right, well, let's go and... He said somewhere on the right. Ah! This volume gathers facts, stories, and gossips about the members and successes of great British families. It is a somewhat chauvinistic account of Britain's finest. I assume by that it means it focuses on men. Right, no. Right, search. So we want to search for... period 1800s. Title... Well, we don't know... Something maritime, and fled the sea. The name Stevenson reminds me of a Scottish author. Ah, okay. Well, of course, he did Kidnapped. The book Great British Families briefly mentions the Stevensons, famed for their lighthouses across all of Scotland. Funnily enough, the first Stevenson in the lineage shares the same name as the latest, the author Robert Louis Stevenson. Ever since the Bell Rock Lighthouse's erection in 1810, the Stevensons have left their mark around Scotland via civil engineering feats in the maritime industry. Whether the lighthouses were built by Robert Stevenson or his sons Alan, David, Thomas, sailors roaming Scotland's coastline have the dynasty to thank for guiding them to prosperity and safety. Right, okay. Does that provide me with anything here? Well, what's about... Oh dear. Great British Families. Stevenson family, and the first look of the book. Oh, okay. Killing Tempest article. Oh, of course, yes, because there's been sinkings. Gathering at the Stevenson-built lighthouse west of Lochaber. Mentions place where the cult plans to gather. A lighthouse built by the Stevensons west of Lochaber. I do prefer this version. In the original, they mentioned it very early on that there was a lighthouse. Which I know really bothered Pikeverfer in his Let's Play of the original, where it said, like, the logical... Because if you're following it step by step, you go to New Orleans. But the game has already talked about a lighthouse. What is their goal? I don't think we've got any information about this. It's all green. That's probably one. I'll put everything in, because then, if nothing else, that'll probably pin this one. No, it doesn't even pin that one. Oh, okay, that's interesting. We need 3 more documents. Is there anything else I can explore? No, I can talk to the dog.
Take care of your master.
Right. Got any coastal maps?
Say, do you possess coastal maps of Scotland?
Indeed. Have you figured out what the Stevensons are known for?
Feats of lighthouse engineering. You have my thanks for the book.
My pleasure, Doctor. Do you need any particular part of the coast?
Lochaber, west coast.
Right then. I'll unroll it on the desk. All yours. In the meantime, I will attend to my translation.
Much appreciated.
Okay. So this is going to narrow us down. But I assume we have to... Located on the remote island of the same name, Skerevor Lighthouse lies southwest of the inhabited island of Tiree. Designed and built in 1844 by Alan Stevenson, the tower is a testament to the determination of the Empire's workers and engineers to make life safer for seamen. The lighthouse has seen 6 years of construction, with numerous men risking their lives to build this granite beacon of safety atop dangerous rocks. So that's one. Oh, there's one over here. Located on the Outer Hebrides island of Barra Head, the lighthouse illuminates the southern entrance to the Minch. The tower, designed by Robert Stevenson, built by James Smith of Inverness in 1833, is made of stone. It is deemed the United Kingdom's highest lighthouse, standing at 682 feet above sea level. So I assume there's going to be details that we have to kind of work out, like, oh, is it going to be stone or granite? Although granite, of course, is a stone. Designed and built in 1849 by Alan Stevenson, the lighthouse, Ardnamurchan, lies at the western end of the Ardnamurchan Peninsula in Lochaber. It architecturally and decoratively depicts Egyptian influences, making it unique among Scottish lighthouses. Made of granite bearing a striking black lantern, the tower soars 118 feet above the rocks. I get a feeling that one with the whole Egyptian theme. Although, obviously, we're not working with Nyarlathotep. I would assume with the sea and everything, it's more Cthulhu. Yes, Stranger's Point in Scotch Gaelic, so I'm not sure how we pronounce that. I know that you've got, like, Siobhan, which is a BH, and that makes a V. So, Ruva Nangal? Possibly. If anyone speaks Scottish Gaelic and knows how to actually pronounce this, put in the comments. Or even if you just know how to pronounce it, whether you know Scots Gaelic or not. The simple yet elegant brick tower of light, built in 1857 by David and Thomas Stevenson, is not even the only one the dynasty erected that year. 62 feet tall, bears a luminous range of 10 nautical miles, lighting the way for ships roaming the Sound of Mull. Okay. So that just gives us this bit, right? Oh, that just says where they've built. Okay. And this is all of these things. So we know we don't know exactly where they are. Right. What's the cryptic message? No. 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 Ah. At Stevenson's guiding light. Okay, Stevenson's guiding light, which could be any of these. Okay, not really useful. So we'll go back to Barnes. Maybe he's...
Doctor, look what I just found.
Maybe something's progressed there. You found something?
Barnes, have you finished with the book?
Yes. I've written out a translation of the section you wanted. It, puts the grim in grimoire.
I thought as much.
Long story short, it details macabre rituals, death, leviathans, and the apocalypse. See for yourself. I must ask you to leave the book with me so I can read more of it. It's compelling. Very compelling.
I know that this is an achievement, but I'm scared of what this will do. Okay.
You have been of great help, so yes.
Excellent. I could barely put it down. Farewell.
Well, I mean, we've got to set up the next game. Read it and weep. Oh dear. Right. The book's Pagan God. The book details a vaguely anthropoid monster. Octopus-like head. Its face being a mass of feelers. A scaly, rubbery-looking body. Huge claws on its hind and forefeet. And long, narrow wings. Barnes' approximate, if hasty translation, details a ritual for awakening a pagan god sleeping under the ocean. It involves a special chant the strongest men of every ethnicity, so that's why everyone's been kidnapped, on Earth perform before they are to be sacrificed for the god's awakening. A creature with a pitch-black face akin to an Egyptian sphinx must witness the ritual. If successful, the ceremony will destroy the world's seas and lands. So, yeah, okay, so Nyarlathotep is involved, which means we're looking for Ardnamünchen. So, Ardnamünchen, the pagan god, and the ritual of awakening. Ooh. So who's the leader then? Oh dear, I need more information. I need another document. Oh, that's someone I can ask about. Do I ask about that?
A fascinating book. Thank you for the opportunity, Doctor.
Okay, so we need to ask...
Mycroft, here to buy a book on fraternal dysfunction.
The Holmes family is beyond counselling, Doctor.
True, more deserving of scientific study. What do you want?
I came to warn you. Perhaps you have a moment to...
Sorry, I reserve Tuesday afternoons for time with friends.
I'm worried about Sherlock. He's not well. You should know that he has had episodes in the past. Detachment from reality. He will need your support.
Such gall. First you crush him under your boot heel, now you ask me to pick up the pieces.
Your emotions are impeding your rationality. He needs to be distracted, diverted into something less harmful.
Surely you jest. Only one thing shall truly bring him peace of mind, and that is solving his case.
The last case he pursued so doggedly was Cordona. He came home a wreck, and this time I fear he may not return at all.
You are not his father, Mycroft. Not anymore. He is a grown man, a brilliant man. I know you care for him. I just wish you also respected him.
Yes.
The Crown cannot help you. But I can. Give him this.
What is it?
A confidential note tied to his case. He may see value in it. Just do not tell him it came from me. Oh, speaking of the Crown, perhaps you can help us with another matter? It requires some local knowledge.
Okay, tell me more.
I'm all ears.
For your eyes only. Here is a folder with all the details.
Right, the Lone Watcher. Right, I'm going to go back in because I keep forgetting you have to pin these things. No. Which one was it? Oh, no. Okay, hang on. What? Oh, what? Right, one of our informants, Philip Hawke, has not been in contact for the last few days. Please check his status. He was working on an investigation close to his lodgings. Hawke is disabled. His home is next to one of your clients' houses, Captain Stenek. Alright, okay. What's the... No, didn't we get a thing? What was the note he gave me? I can't read it. Lord H.P. Rochester, London billionaire, married an American woman. They had a son. He wouldn't have been a billionaire. So, partially due to the fact... Like, there's a lot more billionaires. I think even at this point, I don't think there were American billionaires. But also, in Britain at this point, they would have used the original kind of British billion, which was... basically a million times a million, rather than a million times rather than 1,000 million, which is what billion is now. I'm not going to get into which one's right because I don't know if there is a correct. I don't know if there is a correct. I think it was like million, milliard, billion, billiard, and then it'd be trillion, trilliard. I think. Right. So H.P. Rochester. Had a son named Archibald, who moved east to take charge of his father's interest after finishing his education, reaching the age of majority. Archibald held many jewel mines in Australia and holdings in England. His wealth in gems rose immensely. In 1875, he boarded a ship to England. A storm sunk his ship. No crew member survived. Neither Archibald's body nor his gems were ever found. Oh, he's the master. His father, Lord H.P. Rochester, died shortly after, with Lady Rochester moving to Boston. Several of the documented Rochester gems have recently resurfaced and been connected to Louisianan banks and the Black Edelweiss, among other locations. Right. So I need to go and find out that. So let's go. Lives next to Stenek's mansion. Can I teleport there? Yes. Oh, I have to space.